Well, good morning, everybody. I just thought I'd do another video on something different than what I normally do. So, as I mentioned in the last video, I'm building another mountain bike this year. And, yeah. So, a few months ago, I think it was back in like November, I was on Marketplace. And, I'm like, well, new year, new bike build. So I got a little bit of wrenching ahead of me, but so far I've done it all except for this. Now, when you get your, I have the chain mover right here, or the crank removal tool, and as you can see, I even tried bending this out right here, and that didn't work. I thought maybe, well, you know, I think I might even still be able to salvage this. I don't know. But anyway, this is a lower cassette remover. And as you can see, it's fused real bad. So now I have to cut this part off right here. It's kind of tedious, but that's what happens when you have steel taper. Here. Yeah, so basically this is what happens. It's just trade to the industry, I guess. So anyway, this here is steel, carbon steel, I think. I don't know. It's steel. But whereas you have aluminum. So over time, this is put under a whole lot of pressure because you got it bolted on. It's tapered, so it starts like this, and at the very base of it goes up to that. So all that force, and sometimes you can get away with this with just using this alone, but instead now I have to cut it, literally take it all off and see if I can get it off. But anyway, this is a new frame. Well, new to me. I think it's a 2022, I think. But anyway, so got the tires right here, and as you can see, I got new rotors going on. Well, they're already on. They're 180 millimeter. Where is that? Bolt 6. So yeah, so they're both 180. And then, as you can see, I picked up a new crank. And let's see if I can find the old one here. No. Yeah, here it is, I think. No, I don't know. I think I might have even tossed it. Not that I'm ever going to use it. But anyway, smaller crank was about, I think it was probably about yay big, I think. But it was so small. And then over here, our front hub is a little different than the traditional 6-bolt wears in. I was not aware of this. Actually, I think I even got them. Yeah, here we go. So as you can see, here, these are the factory ones. These are only 160 millimeters. Quite the difference. Everything I put on this bike is going to be a little bit bigger, but if you do have one of these, they're not serviceable. Like, as you can see, they're riveted in, so it's not like you can pop the rivet and put on new ones. So anyway, these old ones are 160 millimeters. But anyway, I called down to the local bike shop, and it's kind of a hit or miss, but at the end of the day, they're still here to make money. So when I came into this problem, I originally realized it wasn't right. So I called them up and I was like, hey, I got this kind of rotor, but I need the adapter. So they assured me that they didn't have it in stock, but they warned me that it was going to be a little bit more pricier. Not so expensive, you can't afford it, but just a little bit more pricey. Now, when you deal with vehicles, you understand what that means. It means dealership, so to speak. So I went on Amazon and I ordered this adapter here. It costs like, I think we paid like 13 bucks. So, but the bike shop said they usually run between 30 and $80. So then, as you can tell, this is a brand new bike to me, but it's a brand new year. So then I went out and I ordered a new chain derailleur. And the reason for all these parts as well is nothing on this bike was serviceable when I got it. It was literally rusted out. Like, the guy I spoke with on Marketplace, he's like, yeah, it was a really nice bike when I first got it, but at the same time, I didn't really look after it. I basically, nothing was usable on this. So I had to strip it down, and I'll come to that. And then new water ball, and if you're wondering why it's a 5 to 8 speed, it is because this bike is going to be a single 8 speed. I just haven't figured out what kind of cranks I'm going to go with. Like, this will be, I had a 8 speed last summer. That was my very first bike build, but I turned it into an 8 speed because I was watching videos, and that's generally what everybody was doing. I thought that was kind of weird, but at the same time, I thought that was ingenious. That's one thing. And then, oh yeah, and then new bike pedals, and I tell you, man, these are nice. How they work and how they feel that's gonna be, I think it'll be a game changer. That's a crank. New bike pedals. And I originally ordered 12 of these, but turns out I'm gonna put these away. I'm probably gonna use these on another bike build. Reason being is I bought 12 of these. It was a kit, and yeah, 6 for the front and 6 for the rear. And again, these are just factory hubs. Yeah, just not, I don't know. So yeah, so new year, new bike. Oh, the thing about this is when I ordered all the parts, I think in total it was about almost $400, and I don't even have all the parts I need yet. I'm still missing a few parts. I know I am. So, and then yeah. So basically, what I'm gonna do is get the crank off and sand it, paint it. So I just like oh, in my last bike, it had V brakes in the front and disc in the back, where my Kona had a double disc system, And the Da Vinci, my frame, also has a double disc system. But the Da Vinci, oh, beautiful bike. Again, but I also did the math. $300, $400, $500 if you. I'm gonna have to add in some new tires, as you can see. These are all cracked. So new tires will probably run $80 a piece, I think, especially for these ones here. They're a little bit more expensive, and I'd like to keep this factory. So new tires, possibly new tubes. I don't feel comfortable if there's a patch in a tube. I don't like using it. I like keeping around as in I need a spare tube or something. But on that, it's probably going to be about $500-$600 just to get my bike back. And again, I'm going to need new brake lines or brake hoses, or not brake hoses. Brake lines. I'm going with wire, because when I go biking, I'm not gonna carry fuel like the oil with me. So anyway, that's an update with one of my many projects. So yeah, and again, I'm not a professional. I just like tinkering. I like building. I like wrenching. Take it easy.